Hello and welcome to the vlog. It is 2 something in the morning and I'm hungry, so I am going on a mission to McDonald's because I want a spicy Sprite. Now, is that gonna burn a hole into my chest? Yes. But we just gonna take the chance. Now, y'all probably wondering, Shelby, why you ain't just order it on the DoorDash? Because it be mad expensive to do that. So I'm gonna just spend my little scoop of money down by the drive right fast, and it's late, so it shouldn't be no traffic. Ain't nobody out here. It's gonna take me a couple of minutes. I'm definitely gonna regret this later. Why haven't I been asleep? You wanna know? I was up reading Topaz by Beverly Jenkins because it's Tuesday. Well, technically now it's Wednesday, and I gotta talk about it on Friday. Down to the podcast. Yes, I waited until the last minute. Mind your business. So I was up reading, and then I realized I'm a little hungry. So I'm going to give me something to eat. I haven't been in the outside in a couple of days because I've been fighting off the depressions, but also what I've really been struggling with is how have I had, this loud, hold on. Okay. So what I really been struggling with is like, I really lived all these years with this like chronic illness, right? Like I was born with, and before I continue to yet, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm like using this for content or whatever. Like I really want to be transparent because I think that it can help somebody, but it's also like at the forefront of my mind because it's new. Eventually I'll just shut up. So yeah, but what I've been struggling with is like I've really been living with this thing my whole life. Like it's congenital, and all of these symptoms, like some of them I've had my whole life. Like the migraines I've had my whole life, like since I was a teenager. So like I just, every time like I don't feel good, I have the like sadness of not feeling good, right? Like what comes with that. But then also the like, oh, I don't feel good, and these are feelings that I felt always. Like this is how my body has felt, especially I want to say at a minimum the last 5 years. At a minimum the last 5 years. And I just don't understand like why I never said, like why didn't I say anything, or why didn't I notice that something was wrong with me? So that's what's at the forefront of my head. It's like the insomnia. I've always had insomnia. Like I've never been able to sleep well. And whenever I've said that to a doctor, like I also know that it's like conflated. Like it's a combination of a bunch of things, right? So it's not my fault. And I'm not necessarily blaming myself. I just am trying to place it. So yeah, there's that. So I'm going to get my McDonald's and my spicy Sprite, and I'm gonna eat, and then hopefully I can lay down and get some sleep. So tomorrow I can finish reading, and I want to finish 2 books before February 1st, which is Saturday. And I'll be able to do that. I'll finish Topaz, and then I want to finish Kaleidoscope, And those will be the books for this particular vlog, or for this week. I might squeeze in one more. I saw this like novella that seemed a little interesting, so I might squeeze in one more. We'll see. We shall see. I also, my body is like, girl, why are we in the outside? I also told the book club, if you're not a part of my book club, you should totally join. We be having all kind of fun in there. But I told them that we should do a side quest in February for a Beverly Jenkins book. So we're gonna read the first in the Levesque family, which is Weather the Storm, I believe. I'll put it on the screen somewhere for y'all. We're gonna read that, and then I'll probably do a little book discussion maybe, or we'll just keep it in the we'll probably keep it just in Discord. So yeah, because by the time y'all see this, it'll be the first week in February when y'all see this vlog. So yeah, if you want to get into Beverly Jenkins, join us. We will be reading Weather the Storm, or whatever the book is called. If that's not what it's called, I'll put the corrected title on the screen. I think that's what it's called though.
What's your name? I'll take your order.
Hi, the number is BN17.
All right, pull up.
Thank you. Ooh. It's cold as jacks. Thank you. I really love this little tiny camera because I could really just pop it anywhere for real. How are you? Today was my body needed rest, so it just did it despite what I wanted to do. But I came in here to tell my mother about Topaz, the book that I'm reading.
Okay.
So, the main character, her name is Catherine, Kate, and she is a newspaper woman. And she is trying to trap this man and give evidence to the police that he is scheming the old people in the town. Now, this is in 1884.
Okay.
And he is using these fraudulent stamps to make railway certificates, so people think that they're investing in the railway, and as soon as their money clears, like, he gives them the fraudulent thing, and as soon as their money clears, he disappears.
Okay, you started telling me about this.
Okay. He finds her in his office with some man that her and her boss hired in his safe.
Okay.
But the gotcha is that he thought that she was just some poor seamstress, and he fell in love with her, and they supposed to get married the day after, like tomorrow, the day after he done caught her.
Okay.
Now, we get to the next chapter, because he done captured her, allegedly killed the dude that was helping her. The next chapter, her dad, his name is Bart. Bart is gambling, and a black Seminole lawman, he's a marshal, who keep a piece of topaz in his ear. Okay, they done describe Dick's wild horse. He this big old dark skinned, big strapping man. Okay, he walk in the room and he stop everybody. Okay. Now Bart look up, see Dick's walking towards him, and he like, I thought Dick's was dead. He done stole 200 horses from Dick's, the marshal, back in Indian Territory.
Okay.
Dick's been hunting Bart.
Oh.
Bart don't got his money.
Oh.
But Bart said, I got something better for you. I know you looking for a wife. I'm going to give you my daughter.
Oh.
Okay? So now he like, okay, where's your daughter? Because Dick's like, I can't even trust Bart. Bart will lie to you about the color of grass, okay? I can't trust Bart. I don't even know if Bart actually has the daughter. Bart done told Dix that Catherine is 18, 19. Whole time Mama is 28, okay? So they go to her apartment where she's supposed to be staying at, but it's all tore apart or whatever because the guy that she, his name Rupert. Rupert and his thugs then tore the apartment apart, all this other stuff. So now Dick's like, I'm going to just take you back to Indian country and kill you. Because why would you, of all the people you could have stole from me, the marshal, that's what you thought was okay. And now you got me running around here chasing a daughter that probably don't even exist. And he like, Dix, something must be wrong because her pendant is here and she would never take this off. Like, this pendant is from my wife. My wife dead, been dead. She was raised by her mother's sister. Like, something's not right or whatever. Dix walked into the wedding the next day, then beat everybody up and was like, come on. And she like, oh, he kind of fine. I don't care who he is. He came to save me. My boss must have sent him. So they in the car, and not the car, the carriage or whatever. And she was like, okay, so I'm going to New York. Like, where you going? He was like, no, you're going to Indian Territory. And she was like, maybe you can't hear real good. I'm going back to New York so that I could do my job. And he said, no, you're going to Indian Territory with me. And she was like, why would I do that? And he was like, because we're getting married. And she was like, maybe you can't hear because I said I was going back to New York. So now he had to explain to her that your daddy ain't worth two pennies rubbed together. And he gave you to and he is, do you want your daddy to die? And she was like, well, I've only seen, in the span of my life, I've only spent maybe 5 minutes with this man. So, I mean, do what it is that you have to do. But I would like, and then she was like, my mother wouldn't want harm done to him. So maybe. I guess. Fine. But she was like, there has to be some sort of deal or whatever. And he was like, okay. He was like, you marry me, you give me a kid, and then you could go on about your business if you are not happy in a certain amount of time or whatever. And he was like, but we will remain married because till death do us part. Okay. And she was like, fine. So they end up at a brothel because he was like, Rupert is probably still looking for us. And he was like, but we could get a pastor or whatever tonight to marry us. And she was like, you want me to marry you in a whorehouse? Like, I'm just a girl. He was like, but this is the only place that he probably wouldn't look for you. Now, he walked in there, and the woman that runs the brothel, her name is Sunshine. He's known Sunshine back from Indian Territory or whatever. So she was happy to see him. But all the girls was like, ooh, hey, Dix, hey. And she was like, yeah. You look at him again, you gonna wish you got syphilis before you got to deal with me. He was like, I thought you didn't want to marry me. You shut up. Sir. And she was like, look at him again here. So he all teasing her because he was like, I could tell, because when he was telling her that her father gave him her hand, she was like, well, if I told you that I've been with a lot of men, would I still be suitable to marry you? He said no, but I could tell by your mouth that you ain't never been with anybody, so it don't matter. And she was like, no, you can't. And he was like, you ain't never really been kissed before. So when they get married, he kisses her, and she was all trying to catch her bearings. He was like, I thought you had been with a whole bunch of men. And she again, shut up. Leave me alone, sir. So then they in the room or whatever, and she panicked because she is a virgin, and she was like, do you plan on consummating this marriage tonight? And he was like, no, because I know that you're not ready for that. And she like, ready for what? And he was like, you know, the things that a husband could do to his wife.
Right.
And she was like, my aunt said I just gotta lay there and close my eyes and count to 50. And he was like, maybe some men can find paradise in 50 seconds, but not me. But he was like, but I'm not gonna force you or whatever. He was like, when you're ready, you'll tell me.
Right.
And, you know, we'll go from there. And she was like, well, I don't think it's gonna be like that big of a deal or whatever the case may be. So she was like, because he was like, I kiss you again and like you ain't gonna survive or whatever. And she was like, well, how about you try it? And if I win this bet, then I get to leave. And he was like, you'll be coming to Indian Territory. So he was like, come here, come sit in my lap. And he all touching her. She like, I can't breathe. You gotta back up a little bit because you are close to me, sir. Poor Catherine. Poor baby. I am, woman, hear me roar. I am not marrying no man. Nobody is going to control me whole time. Mr. Wild Horse is making her sweat. And then she was in her wedding dress, and she was like, oh, I need to find Sunshine or one of the girls to like help me out of my dress. And he was like, I'm your husband, I can help you unhook your dress. And she ran out of the room. So she go, Sunshine was like, what happened to Dix? And she was like, nothing, he in the room, could you just help me with it? And she was like, girl, your husband's supposed to do that. And she was like, I was unprepared for tonight. So Sunshine was like, baby, how unprepared? And she was like, my aunt told me I had to close my eyes, lay there and count to 50. She was like, oh, that unprepared. So she finally went back up there and he was like, oh, you need your husband's help now. And he was like unhooking the back of her dress and she was holding her breath because she was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then like his friend that's also like a marshal or deputy or whatever, when she met him, his name is Blake, she was like, I don't even know how to tell you which one of them are more handsome. Like, what is happening? Like, what is happening right now? So Beverly Jenkins know how to write a book because Topaz is hilarious and Dix is got my girl flustered. So
did they get past the marriage night? Not yet.
No, they have not consummated their marriage yet. They were gonna take the train back to Indian Territory, but that's a bad idea because Rupert got his men posing as people at the train station. So
Rupert is the one that she was supposed to marry because she would. Okay. Mm-hmm. So he wanted her back because did she take something out of the safe? She tried to, okay. But he wants to figure out who she actually is and who she told. So Rupert and his... I'll talk to y'all later. It has been a minute since I updated the vlog. It's been a rough week, but I'm hanging out with Mom today. Going to work with her. So I figured I'd take y'all along, and I need to do a reading update because I finished Topaz. I read a total of 6 books for the month of January, which is kind of low for me, but it is what it is. I shared in the last vlog that I have Kiari, and somebody in the Discord sent me a message and was like, I have Kiari too. So, really? Mm-hmm. And what did she say?
She was like, you're not alone, it's a struggle. But I was like, I knew that like sharing would be beneficial. So that was cool. There's Mom. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Y'all probably gonna ask about my jacket. I don't know where I got it from. I found it in my room.
You stupid, you found it. Isn't that Target one year?
Probably. That's it, probably, but I found it.
It's cute. I found it for Scary, but that's cute.
It's a lot of stuff in there that I'll be like, oh, this is cute. So, look, is this the same place that we walked 100 miles before?
No, that was Colton's property.
Oh, okay. All right. See y'all later. This building is so nice that we were in, but we are leaving now. I don't know if we headed home or if Mom has more errands she wants to run, but that's what we're doing. I didn't want to record in there while they were like legit working and had customers and stuff. I'm trying to be mindful and respectful, but I really like this area. I don't think that it's I mean, I guess people make whatever they want to make work, but like I don't know that I would like live over here if I had a family or if I had littles, you know. This would be, oh, it's just me and the dog type situation. So, but it's always pretty. It's right on the water. A bunch of places to walk and a bunch of food and stuff around here. It's cute. Our girl is tired. I slept pretty good. I'm currently reading, I'll wait until we get in the house, but I'm currently reading The Last Summer on State Street by Toya, I can't think of her name right now, but that's actually been really, really good. And then because it's the first of the month and I am a Liberal FM affiliate, they posted all of the things that they give us as audio arcs, and one of them is Zeal by Morgan Jerkins. So hopefully, some of them we have to like pre-order, so hopefully that comes soon and I can listen to that this month. Harlem Rhapsody was on there as well. If you're a part of the Discord, the book club Discord, then you know that I already announced the books for Q2, so you should join the Discord and see what we're reading in Q2. Turn Beyonce music off before she snatched my video off to YouTube. I don't want no beef with her or Blue Ivy. Sir might give me a pass. Blue Ivy and Rumi might jump me. I don't want no smoke. We are at the grocery store. We need to go in here with a plan because I'm hungry.
Okay.
So we get into that. I'm not just. Oh, this look good. Oh, this look good.
I know.
Oh, this look good because I'm hungry.
What you want to eat though?
I feel like I got P.F. Chang's on my mind because we drove by P.F. Chang's.
Okay.
But we don't have to. We don't have to eat that. Wow. Same face. Copy, meat, paste. That's insane. So yeah, that's all I got. I don't know. It don't really matter.
Well, what the store was you thinking you was gonna pick up because you was hungry?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna be in there just being greedy.
Okay, don't do that.
Okay. It's almost Valentine's Day, as y'all say, because can't nobody pronounce Valentine for whatever reason. Shit be pissing me off. Gonna need a job if y'all want to hire him, because this is where all the money go to dog treats, because he picky and he like what he like, and he don't like to venture out and try nothing new or nothing. So if y'all want to hire the boy, Y'all are more than welcome. My mother said the Suma orange is ugly. She said they look like they was put away wet. And what'd you say? I came home, I passed out because my head is rocking from like here all the way down my neck on this side. So I can't take pain meds without eating. So I'm gonna go in the kitchen and try to find something to eat. Said pain meds are probably gonna put me to sleep. I asked mom to walk better for me because it won't gonna happen. I'm also gonna try to chug some water because hydrating may help a little bit. I'm struggling. Okay. But today was overall a good day. I do want to try to read a little bit. I don't know if that's going to happen. I feel weird because I say that I'm in pain and I look normal, right? I don't necessarily present pain the way that everybody else does. But it's also because I've been getting migraines forever. Like, forever. And I just know how to push through things. So by the time I look or am presenting like extreme pain, it usually means that it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at like a 30, you know? Whereas right now, I'm at a 10. Almost at the point of like, I can't function like this, which is why I asked mom to walk on her. So I'll probably put on an audiobook. Because lights, it hurt, everything, it hurt. It hurt. It hurts. So yeah. Food, pain meds, regular migraine meds, and back in the bed I go. TV shows. I've been watching The Curious Case of on HBO Max. Very interesting show. I've also been watching The Pit on HBO Max. Love it. If you are a fan of Grey's Anatomy or ER or any type of medical shows, you'll like The Pit. I also watched, and I think there are only 3 or 4 episodes of it, but it's called An Update on My Family, which is also on HBO Max. It is a docuseries about a YouTube family vlogger named Micah Stauffer. Very interesting. That was good. That's really it. I still need to do a reading update for y'all. I'm trying to finish. I want to finish The Last Summer on State Street before I start recording this vlog. I was gonna try. Hi. It is Sunday. I am updating my reading journal. So I haven't finished Last Summer on State Street yet. I probably will finish this tonight, and I also still need to finish Kaleidoscope. One of them I'll try to finish in this reading vlog. But I'm trying to edit the podcast before I head out this evening. I'm going to hang out with my friend Derek. He's actually the author of Kaleidoscope, so that should be fun, just to sit and chat about books and that sort of thing. It's been an interesting few days, which I feel like is the story of my life lately. that it's been an interesting few days. I'm gonna just act like whatever. But yeah, it's been an interesting few days. I don't even really know where to begin. One, I want to say thank you to everybody on the last video that has such kind things to say about my diagnosis. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. I wouldn't trade y'all for the world, honestly. So thank you. Something that I have been trying to do in my reading journal is to put quotes for every day. I'm going to try to keep up with this for the month of February. I did not do the greatest in January, and that's okay. What I also need to do is to put some dates on my calendar. Oh, I need to fill out the pages read. I need to do that. And I need to put some dates on the calendar, and I need to update the January part. The quote that I want to put in today is from, so the quote that you already saw, it says, "We didn't know then that the practice of burying emotions created adults who struggle to build meaningful relationships. Some of us would eventually completely forget how to access true feelings." It's from The Last Summer on State Street, which is a phenomenal book. The next quote that I want to do, oh, I can actually put this back. It says, but something will happen as I age. I will return to Felicia, and it will feel like a prestigious name. This chapter is called Name Calling, and how, like, the sections leading up to it, I kind of just want to underline, like, the entire section leading up to that. It happens after Felicia is in a situation where someone calls her a project kid. So this book is about a girl named Felicia who lives in the projects in Chicago. And she is a part of this little group of girls. They're friends, but the four of them have different backgrounds. So Felicia comes from like a mom that is very involved with her and her brother, but she is like a little rough around the edges. She still has her innocence. She's not necessarily like a quote unquote fast girl, right? She's actually really friendly and well thought out, and she's a smart girl. But she's naive in some senses. Then there is Stasia. Stasia comes from a family of gangbangers. Her mom, her brothers, they're all GDs, and like her family, they're the Buchanans. People are notoriously afraid of them. And Felicia knows that it's probably not the best idea to hang out with a Buchanan, but she does anyway. Then there's Precious, who comes from a church-going family, who is, she follows the rules, right? Like, she hangs out with her friends, but she follows the rules. And then there is Tanya. Tanya is new to their group. Tanya has a mother that's an addict, but there's something else about Tanya that we haven't quite figured out yet that we are learning. So in this, where that particular quote is from, is chapter 10, Name Calling, where Felicia went to visit her aunt and her uncle who live in a better neighborhood, like a suburban neighborhood. And one of the girls in that neighborhood called Felicia a project kid, and Felicia and a girl started fighting. They jumped Felicia, which is nuts, because y'all calling Felicia a project kid to imply that she is ghetto, and y'all jumped her. Be fucking for real. So So it really is this study of how we view Black girls, right? And this experience of not necessarily ever really being able to be a kid, right? Like I'm loving it. The writing style, because it's very reflective. Felicia is telling this story from an older version of herself, which I think is very cool. I'm kind of confused why I haven't heard many people talking about this book. I remember purchasing it when it first came out, because I believe I have a hard copy of this somewhere. And then I got it again once I saw the paperback. But I don't know why more people and it will, sorry, obviously I can't multitask. Like, I don't know why I haven't seen more people raving about this book. Like, I don't know, maybe I missed it. But there was someone that commented on the post that I made about this book, and they said that it was a 5-star read for them. So I don't know, maybe people was raving about it and I missed it. But there's my second quote. So the reason that this quote stood out to me is because I totally understand that, right? Like, as a kid, we do take on what other people call us and what they say to us, and you do eventually return to your name, right? And leading up to that, she talked about all of the other names that she has acquired over the years, Pastor Stevie, and being in a relationship, very intimate relationships with men, and referring to them as baby, and the nuance of all of that, and the things that they in return called her, and how you rely on someone else naming you to find who you are, and then you come back to your name, and it feels powerful. It feels away. So she not wrong for that. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here in episode 3, season 2, and record the podcast, because I should have done that already and I didn't. Because it's been a rough few days. Yesterday I had a really bad migraine. Friday I was sad. So just been trying to balance all of the feelings. We can delete that for now. And thought it was about to drop, but then it really was about to fall again, y'all. But yeah, no, I just been going through the motions, y'all. It's been a whole lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to feel my feelings, whatever. So I finished Topaz, which is what the podcast that I'm about to edit is about. So by the time you guys see this episode will have come out already on Tuesday for the podcast. I hope y'all are listening to the League of Extraordinary Readers. Jess and I actually love doing this podcast, and we love and put a lot of effort into it. So I'm really excited for the month of February. The podcast is also reading Go Tell It on the Mountain, so y'all should read with us. And we have a lot of guests coming in February. We have a lot of guests, Black content creators that are really dope. So look for that. Topaz, phenomenal book. I think I've raved about Topaz this entire vlog episode. And Beverly Jenkins can do no wrong. She does a very good job at including real history in her work, and that is some of my favorite, that's one of my favorite things about her, because I think often we want people to do that thing, and they throw hints about real history, and then it never it doesn't necessarily amount to anything. She talked about the Negro Fort. She talked about the relationship between Indians, Black Seminoles, that whole thing, right? How some Black people became the Black Seminoles and that sort of thing. Just even the fact that she talks about mail order brides, right? And the homesteaders moving from the East to the West in that particular time period, and what that was like, right? And why some of the people were doing it. The way that she presents Kate as a fiery, this firecracker that goes after what she wants. No notes. Phenomenal. Love Topaz. The book club will be doing a side quest for Through the Storm. I think I told y'all that already, but Through the Storm is the first Levesque brother. It's the first in the Levesque Brothers series. So we'll be watching that. It is something that is included in your membership with Audible. I will be if you guys want to support me in that particular way, you can either shop the Amazon link, or I will be posting bookshop links from now on. That's another thing that I wanted to tell you. So I know that a lot of us have an issue with using Amazon for reasons that are rightfully so. I talk about a lot of independent authors, so there isn't necessarily a way for me to completely stop using Amazon. What I am going to do from now on, because I do still have to make a profit, is I'm going to continue to use Amazon links, right? Because not every book that I talk about can be found in other places, but I will also provide you guys with a link to my Libro FM shop, as well as a link to my bookshop, so that if those apps do offer it and you want to support me, but you don't want to use Amazon, you can use those links. Okay. Now, if it is ever a Black independent author, right, 9 times out of 10, the only place will be Amazon, because they are probably only on Kindle Unlimited. And I don't necessarily have any other devices where I can use Kobo or whatever the case may be. So I will be linking things in this particular order: Amazon, Bookshop, and Libro. You guys will have options on how you can support me, if that is the way that you would like to purchase books. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll add all of the links and all that stuff in the description box. It really helps out if you guys use my links. It helps me continue to create videos, but also in this time where I might be facing another really big surgery, it'll
like keep some funds rolling in. So I take a lot of time and effort to make these videos and to spend time with you guys, and I put a lot of effort into the Discord. And as of right now, like, I'm offering you guys all free content, so it helps when you guys use my links. So thank you for those that do often. I appreciate you. Just know that it helps. It helps a lot. Another thing that I want to mention, Katie Coulson mentioned me in her best of 2024 videos according to BookTube. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Like, I had a really good cry about it, because being able to, knowing that I am seen and heard is so important to me, right? And like, I'm just so grateful to be seen and heard, especially in reference to talking about one of my favorite books. So thank you, Katie. Thank you. Thank you. I like that. That's all I've got is thank you. I'm extremely grateful. So that was a nice little surprise leading into Black History Month. And Beyonce is going on tour. I'm excited about that. I know there's a lot of discourse because people are just like, oh, the world is on fire. The world is on fire. I think we also need to learn perspective, right? And I think something that I do in my personal life a lot is I'm always trying to remind those around me that things aren't as bad as they make it seem, right? And maybe they are, right? And maybe I'm just one of those people that is always going to lean on the air of like, oh, there are still good things out there. But Beyonce going on tour, a couple of things. You don't have to go. You don't have to go. You do not have to go. But and also understand that that is a little bit of joy that people can look forward to. Is there a conversation that we could have about capitalism? Yes, but we could have a conversation about capitalism, about a lot of things that y'all choose to support and won't give up, right? We could talk about y'all's internet addictions. We could talk about the amount of books that y'all buy. We could talk about the drugs that y'all decide to use, right? And how y'all try to act like smoking weed ain't an addiction. Like, there's so many things that we could talk about, right? But we listen and we don't judge. I just think y'all should let people be excited about the things that they want to be excited about. As someone that had open heart surgery and is now facing the possibility of brain surgery, all within the same year, right? With all within the same 12 months. I am excited about Beyonce, and it is giving me something positive to look forward to, especially on days where I get up in the morning and I don't want to, and I have to convince myself that it's okay to get up, right? And that me being alive is enough today. Beyonce is something that makes me happy and something to look forward to. Stop stealing people's joy because you can't find your own. Stop doing that to people. Another thing I want to say. Dating is hell. Dating is hell. I came outside because I'm ready to go meet up with my friend, and it's snowing. I wasn't at all expecting this. So, yeah. I had to park my ass all the way up the damn street. I had to park my ass all the way up the damn street. All because this little scoop of snow. They knew I was coming back. Raggedy bitches. And then I don't want to park in the school parking lot because, albeit closer, the baby's gonna have school tomorrow. It's supposed to stop snowing in a minute. That shit pissed me off. I don't feel like sliding down the goddamn street. Shit. But I had a good time. I only ate me a little scoop of spinach dip. Had me a lemonade. You know, I don't be hungry for real no more. And yeah, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna find something to read. bother my mama a little bit. Maybe even the dog too. And then, carry my ass to sleep. I'll see y'all heifers tomorrow. Welcome to the end of the vlog. I just finished the last summer on State Street. I'm never gonna forgive you raggedy so-and-sos for not telling me to read this book sooner. I have not seen any talk about this book on the internet. I really am confused as to why. Where do I begin? It's a story told by a young girl named Felicia who lives in the projects in Chicago, and the projects are in the process of being torn down. And as the projects are being torn down, she is going through a whole bunch of things as a black girl living in the projects, right? And we also get to meet her three other friends, two of which she's known for a while. One she kind of just recently added to the crew because Felicia wants to save everybody. That's just who this baby is. And I can't fault her for that because she sees the good in everybody despite. So I'm not even gonna spoil it for you. Read the damn book. The way that this book is written, my immediate feeling is The Last Summer on State Street is the book that y'all think The Coldest Winter Ever is. And I can hear y'all typing real hard. I know that y'all gonna be mad because The Coldest Winter Ever has this place in black literature, right? It holds a lot of nostalgia. I think it's a rite of passage for most black girls that are of my age, right? For the millennials, that was some of, if not the first bits of literature that we got our hands on, right? But I think Sister Souljah claims to be taking this deep dive into the archetype of black girls from the hood, when in all actuality it feels like she actually hates black girls. And not that she is taking a deep dive into the adultification of black girls, when really she's bashing them, right? Because if we look at the way that she treats Winter Santiago, and the things that she puts Winter Santiago through, there's no way that there is care in that, right? Whether you agree with me or not. And it, like I said, I understand the nostalgia, right? I understand why people have a soft spot for that book, because I did once upon a time, and then I made the mistake of rereading it as an adult and trying to read through the rest of the series. I just don't understand why she would treat her character that way. Whereas Last Summer on State Street, what Toya Wolf does is really give us an introspection of why these girls have to make the decisions that they have to make, and the different things that they have gone through, and how they see it as a child. And I think the thing that's really interesting, because there are nods to The Coldest Winter Ever, right? I think we can dislike something or see that something is not necessarily great and still pay it its respects, right? But there are also nods to Push by Sapphire in this. Push is written at the educational level of the main character, Precious. And as Precious grows and things change in her life, the writing style, the grammatical errors, the grammar, the things progress. The writing style in this, albeit not written from the educational level of a 12-year-old, right? The thought process progresses as the book goes on. The tone changes as the book goes on, because Felicia gets older and her thought processes change, and she is viewing the story that she is telling us a little bit differently. Like, we start out this story with children playing jump rope, right, and playing hand games and singing these songs. This pimple is really
Like, you are a hater. There's a lot of hateration in this dancery. Anyway, this book is phenomenal, and I'll never forgive y'all. I'll never forgive y'all for not talking about this book. I will never forgive you bitches for not talking about this book. I will never forgive you. Are you listening to me? I will never forgive you for this. I'll never forgive you for this. But it's all right, Toya. It's all right, Toya. I'ma put it on my back. It's all right. It's okay, friend. I'm about to be screaming about it from the rooftops. I'll never forgive you, raggedy heifers. I never will. Thank you for watching this vlog. I will see you next week. Love you. Bye.